Yeah, so I've gotten so used to being in a quiet room now. I mean, the ringing is there, but it doesn't bother me. I don't notice it. Uh, I notice it now because I'm thinking about it. But like, I'm in a quiet room right now. I've been in a quiet room for the last hour or so, just relaxing. And I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it doesn't bother me anymore. I don't care about it. I'm so lucky that I can be like this because let me tell you, it was so difficult and so just, I hated it, the sound. And now I've gotten used to it. So that's what this channel is about, just trying to find a way to help you, hopefully, be a little bit like me in the sense that you can hear the tinnitus and not worry about it. Is there a black thing at the top of the screen? That's my jacket hanging. But but anyways, yeah, I guess one way to think about it is that it's possible in the future to not notice it anymore. Not When I say not notice it anymore, that's a little tricky to explain if you don't know what I'm talking, like if you've never felt that. But it's just like, but first I'm saying it's important to recognize that in the future, it is possible to reach a point where it's not bothersome. You don't notice it very often. And when you do, you don't care. You don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. And I say that coming from a place where it drove me absolutely batty every day. I couldn't sleep. I had to carry around the computer with me that played the shower sounds everywhere I went. I couldn't focus on anything, and I was nervous all the time. I thought my life was just gonna suck until for the rest of my life because I've got this sound, and that I've just got this limitation. It's almost like I'm handicapped or something. I felt all those things, and now I don't. So I'm not trying to brag or anything. I just want you to say. I just want to say that to you so you can know that it's possible. I did it. The sound's not any different. It's the same as when it started. I do get some changes sometimes where it kind of like change like a sound, or I'll get some kind of little pressure thing that goes on in there. It'll go from one side to the other. It's kind of on both sides, but I'll notice it more on one side. I still don't sleep in a completely quiet room. Not necessarily because I couldn't, but because where my room is located, there's neighbors, they'll come out of their door, or there's other noises, and just having a background noise, I just kind of like it anyway now. It's not because of the tinnitus so much, although I think it probably helps that a little bit too. So how I got here, I just try to explain on my channel, and with some of the ideas I came up with. I don't think I'm all that special in the sense that I think you could do it just as well as I could. But I just try to share with you some of the information that I obtained about it. And a lot of it is, someone in the comments talked about neuroplasticity, which is some scientific term that just basically talks about how our nerves can be sort of reshaped, reprogrammed, where we've got all these nerves coming out of our brain into our body, and they release all kinds of chemistry. We make associations, things like muscle memory and habitual thinking, are all kind of shaped. And when we get something, I think for a lot of people, tinnitus is sort of a sudden onset. It just turns on one day. We don't know who flipped the switch, because if we do, we're going to kick his ass. But somehow, one day that switch gets flipped on, and then it suddenly creates a whole new network of nerves that causes us to focus in on it, to see it as a bad thing, to be afraid of it, to not be able to think about other things, always focus on it, always trying to fix it, always trying to find some way to beat it somehow. And, there's got to be a way to fix it, right? And there's got to be the perfect sound wavelength that will just like and make it go away. There's got to be some kind of acupuncture where they can stick some needles in there and make it go away. I've heard that actually can help. There's got to be a medication we can take that'll make it go away. There's got to be something they can do to make it go away. And a lot of people go down that road and get more and more frustrated. I've got to make it go away, got to make it go away. I mean, and I can tell you, it's pretty much gone away. It's still there, but my life is like fine. I'm as good as I was before. I sometimes wonder if maybe my hearing is a little bit impacted. But if it is, I mean, I did have a hearing test and they said, oh, you're, in the very high ranges, you may be starting to have a little bit of a something there. But it doesn't seem like I have any big issues. So I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm so happy to be able to say that after what I went through. And I want you to be able to do that too. So I remember is it Angie? She was just so frustrated. It's been a couple of years and she just doesn't want to give up on trying to find some way to make it stop, And it's kind of stopped for me. It's not like I gave up or anything, but that was something I was thinking about the other day. Okay, so you want to make it go away. Well, wouldn't it be good to first get to a place where mentally you are the strongest you possibly could be? And one way to do, if you're allowing the tinnitus to always bother you, if you're always thinking about it, when you could take some other steps like learning to not worry about it, learning to move your attention away from it, learning to realize that there's nothing going to happen to you, and that neuroplasticity magic happens, where it's like, it takes some time, but you get where it's like, you don't care. And I go so far as in a lot of my videos to mention, I kind of like the sound, it's kind of a nice magical sound. It tells me I'm alive. I got it when I had COVID, and it just it pinged in there and said, you're alive, because you can hear the sound. If you couldn't hear the sound, you might not be alive. So I'm alive. I'm doing okay. I've got the sound, but like, it really, just like 99% of the time, maybe I add a percent or two because I have to make these videos, but maybe 97 or 98% of the time, I am not thinking about it. And it's that good. And I would say before I was thinking about it, I was thinking about it 97 or 98% of the time. Now I'm not thinking about it 97 or 98% of the time. And I should do a video soon about kind of my model for habituation. I've got several videos I've made that I think are pretty good, but I'm not very organized about saying, highlighting this one, that's the main one you should watch or something like that. But anyways, I'll keep at it. I remember when I was having such a hard time, I finally I searched all these videos, and there's all these doctors and people selling stuff, and I finally happened on somebody who just said, I still remember they said, if tinnitus were to go away tomorrow, my life wouldn't change that much. It'd be nice, but they said, I'm just as good as I was before. I can say the same thing now. So I want to help you to try to do the same thing if you're still having some trouble. So anyways, that's my video for today. I just wanted to kind of keep active and hopefully help a few people. So have a good day or night or wherever you are in the world. See you.